I haven't shared with you my struggle breastfeeding my two boys, how I have been able to navigate breastfeeding my boys exclusively. Then after exclusive breastfeeding, then we'll move on to solid food. And today I'm here to tell you about what and what to look out for once your baby clocks 6 months and you're about to give them solid. There are one or two things that need to be done so that there won't be issue about them feeding and all that. So here's the video for you. So do want to stay tuned in case you have a 6 month old or a newborn that you're planning to exclusively breastfeed, and thereafter solid comes after 6 months. So stay connected with me on this journey, and I'm going to tell you this in a minute. Welcome back to Heritage Mama YouTube channel, where I talk about motherhood, marriage and relationship. And this particular video today will be the last on my motherhood journey series that I've been doing over the month of August. I've been able to talk about my pregnancy journey, how I was able to navigate my first pregnancy and my second pregnancy. I was able to tell the story about my struggle breastfeeding my boys. It was a real struggle, having inverted nipple, having delay in latching and all that. Do how to watch those videos. And I was able to do another video talking about how one of my son had umbilical hernia and one was having delay in the falling of the umbilical cord. Then I also shared my experience of omugo, how omugo period wanted to turn around, when my baby developed serious sickness because something went wrong during the period of omugo. I was able to share those stories. Please do well to watch those videos. And also along the line, I was able to do some declarations for awaiting mom, for pregnant mom. Do well to watch all those videos. Do well to share those videos for me. To anyone you think that is concerned one way or the other, do well to share those videos for me, and I'll be so glad if you can do that for me. Thank you, Mama. Welcome back again. I talk about motherhood, marriage and relationships. So if you have not subscribed, do well to hit the subscribe button and also turn on your notification bell, because this YouTube channel is where you need to stay. Heritage Mama's YouTube channel. Welcome. So this particular video will be so brief, but I'll be explaining to you one or two things you need to do after breastfeeding your child for 6 months. Then you are moving to solid, right? You need to know what to do and how to do it so that you will not have issues with the baby. Like I said in my video where I talked about my breastfeeding journey, I was able to feed my two boys exclusively for 6 months, though in a separate manner, because my first son, I breastfed him for 4 months before I resumed to work, and after 4 months I began to pump for him. So he's at home for like 2 months taking pumped breast milk. It's only when I come in the evening I will attend to him, from nipple to him, but all through I was pumping. Then my second son had it all through from me. It's only few times he had pumped breast milk. So those journeys were different. But now, after being done with breastfeeding exclusively for 6 months, you need to know what to do when you want to start solid for your child. When you want to start solid for your child, you have to take it slow and steady with the child. You don't need to rush the child. You don't need to compare your child with whoever child. Every child is unique in their way. See, egg yolk and milk. First trial. Egg yolk and milk. No, they respond to things in their own will. I will say, because what you give to baby A, the baby A accept joyfully. Baby might reject it. It all depends on your presentation. It all depend on how patient you are. I've learned something over the years that you don't just give a baby one thing today, and once the baby did not collect it, you just lock up. Locking up means you just determine in your heart that, oh, the baby doesn't like it. No, you have to try that particular thing over and over and over. Then once you have tried over some particular period of time and you saw that there's no change, then you put a pause on that particular feed for now. Maybe a week after, you can try it again. They are just trying to adapt to that particular thing, so you don't enforce it on them. Then I also said that once you want to start um solid food for your baby. Don't rush your baby. Don't, because you are starting solid food, you are starting with different things at a particular time. No, one meal per time. One meal per time. I remember starting up solid for my baby, my first child. I remember very well what I gave him. The first meal I gave him apple puree, and he took it. When I gave him water, he took it. You know, there's this thing they talk about which I don't accept. It doesn't resonate with me at all. Telling me that baby struggle for this, or baby won't accept this. No, I will insist and tell you that my own child will take it. That is what I will tell you. You know, when I was preparing to give birth, and we bought a particular baby crib, you know, over time I've been hearing people will say, hey, baby don't sleep in their baby crib. They like sleeping on their parents' bed. I insisted in place of prayer, and also telling myself that my baby will sleep in this crib. We can't buy an expensive crib and you do not sleep inside. Do you know that particular crib? My first son slept in it for 1 year and 9 months, for you to know how spacious it was. And my second son now, almost a year, sleeping there peacefully. I only bring him out to breastfeed, and once I'm done with breastfeeding, after burping him, I take him back there. It is what you want that will stay with you. Just let me chip this in. It is what you want for your child that your child will manifest. When I tell some of my friends, I say, oh, my baby sleep in a crib, they are amazed, because they look like after a few days after delivery, 1 month after delivery, their own baby doesn't sleep in the crib. I said, many things we have to call it forth in place of prayer. Yes, you might wonder that I'm mentioning prayer. Yes, there is nothing impossible when you put it to God. There is nothing impossible. I bet you. There is nothing impossible. So no matter the challenges, take it to God. No matter how small it is, just tell it to God in place of prayer and believe that it will happen. I trusted God that my babies would sleep in the crib, and they did. They sure did. I trusted God that once I start, see, once it's around 5 months, I begin to pray for my babies. I will say, very soon you start solid food. You will take everything I give you, and it will be healthy for you. You will not fall sick because I'm giving you a new thing. Do you know that babies fall sick because they are trying to take in solid? Over the last 6 months of their life, they have been taking breast milk. Then suddenly you bring apple puree, suddenly you bring carrot puree, suddenly you bring different puree to them. It is sometimes difficult for some child. So take every child peculiarity as you see it, but insist that this is what I want as a mom, as a parent. Insist on it, and it will surely happen. Starting solid with my first, I started with apple puree. Apple puree, I have some videos of baby food on my YouTube channel. So if you have a baby that you want to start solid for, you can check that particular playlist where I talk about food for babies. You will see there's several varieties, even more. I didn't even put some of them there. Those are the things I feed my second child with. I did with my first, but you know, I wasn't on YouTube then, so I didn't really document it. But second child, I took out time to document some of them and put it up on my YouTube channel. So if you are here and you are watching me, do well to visit that particular playlist and check some of the food I fed my baby with. So I start with apple puree. Then also I bought a fruit feeder. If I see the picture, I will attach it here. So there are some things that will make that journey easy.
Banana! Oh, good job. Banana, 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 banana,
Banana, banana, banana, banana. For you, getting the right spoon. We got silicone spoon for our baby because they can chew on it. It's so soft. Silicone spoon are perfect for babies that want to start solid.
we are eating with our silicone spoon. Our silicone spoon. Our silicone spoon.
You have to get them a silicone bottle if you can, or whatever bottle you are getting for them. Make sure the teeth area is very soft so that they'll be able to drink water with ease. Then their spoon that they are biting on, let it be so soft. That is why we need a silicone spoon. It will help them a lot. Then anything you want to give them, Make sure it's in puree form. Very, very liquid and fine. Make sure it's in liquid form and don't try too many things at the same time. If peradventure today you want to start and you're starting with apple puree, let it just be apple puree or today, just few spoons, just like 1 or 2 spoons. You are done. Continue giving breast milk. Tomorrow again, try it. Next tomorrow, try it. I remember for my second, what he had at first was avocado and egg yolk. Avocado, egg yolk, and milk. Yes, so I was able to do that for him, and he did take it, but not really too much. Again, I tried it, he did take it, but not really too much. So along the line, progression happens, and he begin to take them much. So don't rush your baby to take any food whatsoever. Just allow them, allow them. It's not easy having a particular meal for several months, and you just want to start enforcing one in a particular month. It's not easy. Allow them time to think about what you are giving them. You know, there are some baby that once you put food in their mouth, you see them thinking about it.
First try. Egg yolk and milk. First try.
So you might think they don't know what they are doing, but they actually know what they are doing. You would see that once you put it on their lips, they are trying to get what you are giving them. And once some baby did not like it, you spit it out. And once the baby likes it, you swallow it. So along the line, you see that there will be changes. We have apple puree, we have apple and pear, we have apple and rice. Apple and rice and all those can come like 7, 8 months after. Yes, we have Tom Brown also. Tom Brown is very good. Like me, I prefer Tom Brown to pap. I will tell you why. You know, Tom Brown is in powder form. If you don't know, go to my YouTube channel. You see my baby's variety of fruit there. You'll be able to pick anyone you like and replicate it for your child. I was able to do that video of my Tom Brown, and whenever I want to make Tom Brown, I used to make it in large quantity because Tom Brown can actually stay up to 6 months. No, it won't spoil. So far, you put it in an airtight container. I will I will attach a video or a particular clip of that particular video where I did the Tom Brown. Tom Brown can stay. I've made my Tom Brown now since when my baby was 8 months, and I'm still using it till now. It's almost a year that this time that I'm filming this video. It's few days to a year now. Like as at the time I'm filming this video, my son is few days to his 1 year birthday, and that means 12 months, right? And I made it around when it was 8 months, and I still have some that I'm still using. And in between, I gave some people. I gave some people. So Tom Brown allowed me to do it in large quantity, and it's in powder form, which I have containers to put it in an airtight place. But if it is pap sometimes, yes, some people have pap in powder form, but I did pap for him in the beginning, which it was with I did it liquid now, but I didn't put it in liquid form. I put it in the fridge in the Ziploc bag. And suddenly we had a power supply issue. I had to put it in water, and that water is my issue. I don't like having to think about changing water for a pap. I don't like having to think about it at all. So I just prefer my Tom Brown. But along the line, when it clocked 6 months, I did pap actually. I did pap, but that pap I paired with it peanut butter. I used peanut butter as a sweetener, which I did at home by myself.
My homemade peanut butter. Peanut butter.
Although I didn't make any video of it, it was only once I did it. So just for you to buy raw granuts, which is peanut, wash it, spread it, after then toss it, and once it is well tossed and fine, peel it, then blend it into liquid form, and that is it. You see several videos of it, of how to make it. Then I remember for my first child, I remember making date syrup for him, but presently I can't even find date syrup anywhere. That's why I just went in for that particular peanut butter. Though I use peanut butter too for my son, but I used it for my second son just once. But my first child was able to enjoy date syrup. Date syrup is very stressful, you know, but I enjoy every process of my child's food. Date syrup is the point where you have to get your date syrup, deseed it, boil and boil and boil till the date is so soft. You squeeze out the water, then you begin to cook it until it thickens and look like honey. You know that babies you know that babies under one can't take sugar and can't take honey, so we have to look for one or two sweetener to add up to their food. But I did um date syrup for my first child all through from 6 months to 1 year plus. I was doing it until I got tired. I said I'm not doing it. My husband too will have me turn and turn and turn. Sometimes you get tired. But in my second, I tried cutting corners. I used peanut butter and it took it, but there was a day, okay, I've forgotten this. When I started giving my son, my second son, when I started giving him solid, he began to have allergy. The same milk his brother used, the same product of milk his brother used, the same milk we used for him. And we even had it like 1 or 2 or 3 cans we were gifted even before he clocked 6 months. I began to use for him. I would also say that once he finished eating, his cheek will be so red. Once he finished eating, his mouth area will be so red. I was now thinking that probably because I was giving him egg yolk and milk. So I stopped giving him egg yolk and milk. I started giving him only egg yolk with water. I'll mix the egg yolk with water. I have a video of it also on my channel, so do well to watch it after now. So I'll mix it with water. I'll give him. It will still happen. So I now saw online that it is allergy, that I should try to take out 1 or 2 things. So I was thinking it was the peanut butter again. I stopped eating peanut butter. That was why I discovered this thing that made me get to this point. I stopped using peanut butter. I started giving him pap alone, and it collected it, pap and milk. It collected it. I said, wow, okay. When the peanut butter finished, before I did another one, I think I did twice or once. Before I did another one, it was collecting the pap. Then I saw that, then why am I wasting my time? Why am I wasting my time doing peanut butter? Why this guy can take his food like that? Do you know that sometimes we just feel that our child can't do without something, but we have not tried to withdraw that thing from them and look at whether they will survive without it. My son survived without a sweetener for his pap, and from then, no more sweetener. When I want to make my Tom Brown, because I was taking the pap with 1 or 2 other things, with his purees and all that, he was taking it till almost 8 months before I started preparation for the Tom Brown. So when I wanted to make the Tom Brown, I made sure that I put enough granite and enough soya beans. You know, those are the sweetener. I'm supposed to put dates, but I can't find it, so I had to put granite. So instead of me making peanut butter again, then I put much granite in the Tom Brown, so which make it sweeter. So I didn't put any sweetener to his food again. All I will add to his Tom Brown is milk. All I will add to his Tom Brown is milk. Even when it takes oats, you can see that video on my YouTube channel. When it takes oats, this normal oats that even adults take, his brother, which is around 3 year old, he takes the particular oats. Instead of me giving him like that, I blend the oats in more powder form, put it in a type container. So whenever I want to make for him, I make for him. Then I had milk. That's all. No sweetener, nothing. But then his brother can't eat without date syrup. Anytime I take him to crèche and probably we forgot to put date syrup in the bag, we just see that he didn't eat much that day, and the auntie also will complain that he didn't eat too much because there is no sweetener. But for this, my baby, it doesn't even need a sweetener. And it survived and it's surviving. So one way or the other, these children will play you. You are the one that have to outsmart them sometimes. Be able to check and balance. Okay, if I did not give you this one, will you accept it? If I did not give you this one, will you accept it? That was how I was able to find out that my baby actually did not need sweetener for his food. So in conclusion to this, ensure to find out what your child likes along the line while you are giving them solid, but don't be based on that particular one. Try to give your baby varieties. It will help their taste bud. Give them healthy food. Healthy food. We have apple puree. I made rice and potato and carrot. I made carrot and potato. I made potato and rice alone. I I make carrot, potato, and apple. You know, all those type of varieties are so good for them, and they have to be blended in puree form because they are still trying to develop, so they can't chew on anything. It has to be well blended. It was when we were preparing for my son's solid, we had to go and get a good blender. We had to get a good blender because we need it to make his food. So presently now you can take on some food without being blended, but not really like to take it in a natural sense. And also let's note that your child did not need salt within 1 year. Your child did not need salt. So anytime peradventure I want to make rice and oats, peradventure I want to make rice and potato for him, I will cook the white rice with our rice, but I won't put salt on it until I remove out his own. Then we'll now put salt on our own food. So basically, my children don't eat our food from 0 months to 1 year until they clock 1 year or few days to 1 year before I start giving them anything. Like just like as at the time I'm filming this video, the day before this time, while we are taking dinner, I gave him some part of our food, just little part, and it did well. It didn't spill it out. It took it. It took it. So and it's few days to one turning one. So I just feel like yes, it's time for you to explore and take this thing small. So give your children grace and also give yourself grace. Don't just conclude that this child did not like this particular thing when you have not tried it like 7 times. Don't conclude. Don't give them one particular food. Give them varieties of food. It will help them. It will surely help them. And then ensure to give them enough water. So one tip I will tell you as a mom preparing for solid is that try to separate the utensils of your baby and also even the pot you are using to cook for them. Do you know that when my first child was starting a solid, I have a separate pot I was using to prepare it for just one pot, and that same pot after I was done, it never even done with that face, but I just made sure that I tagged that pot to baby. When I gave birth now and my baby started solid, I'm using that same pot. You cannot see me use that pot to cook any other thing than baby food. Because I wouldn't want to cook with the pot that is having oil stain. And then sometimes when you wash some plates that has oil, even after washing it, once you put water, you see this oil surface again. Or you are cooking in the pots that have pepper for your baby. It's wrong. So just dedicate that particular pot to them. Have your separate sponge for the baby's things, and you will see that everything will be fine. Also, don't forget to sterilize your baby's thing every day. Just after washing, pour hot water, close it up. It's fine. Begin to use it. Try to manage your health hygiene during that period, because that particular period of solid feeding, they tend to pick on one or two things which cause them infection later on. So do what to watch over them, and I pray that God Almighty will teach us the right thing to do for the children, because it's one of my prayer every day that God help me to do the right thing for this child. Help me, teach me to know what to do to them at a particular time. Because sometimes your child won't be able to communicate rightly. You have to discern, okay, what is this baby needing at this point? That is it. It's very, very important. So with this video, we've come to the end of sharing on my motherhood journey series. I know you've learned one thing or the other from my series of my motherhood journey, and if you have not watched all my videos, do well to watch it after now. Do well to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Do well to share one or two of those video series to one person or the other. I think it can help them. And also do well to drop me a comment in the comment section. If peradventure you have any question, do well to drop it in the comment section. I will surely answer them. Thank you for watching me. Everything Mama said thank you. I talk about motherhood, marriage, and relationships. So see you again in the next video. Bye.